Coach Taylor, what is your take on young teams that press the whole game or the majority of the game?
Well, when you coach AAU, AAU is such a flawed system. That's another 10-minute video in itself. But I do a lot of, I love coaching the younger kids. It's where you get the most enjoyment. The older you get, the less enjoyment you get as a coach. And I think when I coach these young teams that are 11 years old, 10 years old, 12 years old, we don't press. We don't press with any of my teams until they're 14, 15, maybe 16. Now, my reasoning for that is the fact that you're not learning anything. It's just recess. It's just running up and down in circles with your head cut off, just chasing people. Coaches are screaming, get him, get him, get him. There's no system with that. It's just chasing people around. And I don't want to teach that. I want my kids to learn how to play good half-court man defense. Now I will pick up full court, man-to-man, not wildly chasing everyone. Late in the game, down by 7, we got to pick it up a notch. Yeah, I'll say pick up full court, but it's just man-to-man pressure. There's occasions where we'll jump on a ball and double team it if they turn their back to us, but that's a teaching moment. That's what we teach kids. When I watch some of these games today, it is hard to watch. Some of these, the coaches aren't coaches. They're parents or they're parent volunteers or they're, guys that just started coaching that never really played the game, never learned the game from anybody. They just watch YouTube videos, go out there, their son's in a team, so they just trap, and play zone. So when you're trapping all the time, you're not learning anything. At the Phenom camps we run, we don't allow pressure. No pressing. Cannot press at all because it's not real basketball. When you get older and you're 15, 16, you could teach the half-court traps, three-quarter court traps, full-court traps, but then by that time I'm hoping that you already have a foundation of good man-to-man principles, how to rotate, how to see man and ball, how to be in a stance. So that's why we don't teach zone and we don't press. Not at that age. It just doesn't do anything for you. And you have no idea how many times I turn around and I see teams just randomly pressing it, and they're 10 years old. They have no idea what they're doing. They're just good athletes, and they're chasing the ball around, and you're playing against other kids who don't really know how to handle a double team, and they turn it over, and the parents or coaches are screaming, yeah, we did it, we're a great team, and they're a disaster. And then all of a sudden, you'll see that team play against another team that's fundamentally sound, and they'll get blown out. It's happened in my instances where, these coaches come in, and they just think they know things, and they don't know anything. And I've seen coaches that are pressed up 30, they stay in their 1-3-1 trap, which is, easy to beat if you have a good quality team that's been well coached. But these coaches, they just ruin their kids. And then the kids will come to their high school team tryouts as a 9th grader, and they have to provide the coach with some example of fundamental knowledge. And all I do is press, coach. I don't know. We just run and gun the whole time. We just press. We don't run sets. We don't play half-court man defense. We just press to a zone and then run and gun. Well, guess what? Your skill sets aren't very good, so you're going to get cut. I like this kid over here who knows how to play man-to-man defense, talks on defense, sees man and ball. He can pick up full court. He understands the principles of C-man, C-ball, but you don't. And all you do is run up and down. So thank your AAU coach for allowing you to be an easy cut for me because I don't have the time to teach you all these things you should know by the age of 14, 15. So, those AAU coaches, they're a disaster. They're what's wrong with the process. We all know in this world, in this industry of basketball, that it's extremely flawed. It's all about money. It's all about bad coaching. It's all about bad decisions, bad parenting. It's just a very flawed system. It's the worst system we have in youth sports. There's, youth soccer, youth baseball, youth football. They all have their own problems, I'm sure, but nothing like youth basketball. It is a disaster because everybody coaches, everybody has a team, and 90% of them are not qualified to coach. So again, it's if you are on a team that is 10, 11, 12, 13, and all you do is press the whole game, you have a bad coach. And that's just a fact. Now, if you turn it on and off and you've got some discipline to it, I can accept it at 13. But bad coaches play zone and press the whole time. That's coming from coaches like myself who know the game and been in the game for 30, 35 years. We all get together and talk at these coaches conferences and we just laugh at how can you tell if a coach is bad? Those are the first two indicators. If all they do is play zone and press the whole time, bad coach.